Technologic.
Marketing Tech Blog.
You know, you can really get trapped in that web of beepers and Zenith televisions and Walkmans and Discmans and floppy disks and zip drives, laser discs, answering machines, and Nintendo Power Glove.
Wow, you know so much about technology.
Technologic.
That was good. That was good. All right, so I always try to find some kind of article that I've written that's in line with the topic, and I didn't really have something on event marketing, but it does cover this as well, and that's that. Have you guys ever heard of atmospherics and atmospheric marketing?
I like the sound of it, though.
No.
I know. It does sound cool, doesn't
like
it?
it.
So
I'm getting a warm vibe from it, though.
Atmospheric marketing, you're talking from 1973. The guy's name is Philip Kotler. He wrote in the Journal of Retailing, and he was describing the impact of the retail space on purchase behavior. And so it was really kind of a change in time after I wish people check the video for that. It was a point in time where stores all looked the same, right? Everything was stocked on the aisles, and there was no real experience. There wasn't end caps and everything else. You just went in, looked for what you needed, bought, and left.
Right.
And so he was writing to basically to architects to say, look, there's really a behavior change that's happening where the space is having an impact on how much people buy, what they buy, how quick they buy, all of these things. Now, so this is 50-year-old, strategies that retailers.
Well, they're breakthrough strategies.
Oh yeah, and you look at how carefully like the Apple Store is designed,
right?
And then even if you go into Best Buy to buy an Apple device, right? The Apple section is totally different and
carved out.
It's carved out,
cleaner.
And
none of that Windows 10 riffraff.
Yeah, and they're trying to make they're making it an experience. They're absolutely trying to bring it. Now, the thing that's amazing to me, and this is what drives it forward 50 years, is that now that consumer decision making is happening offline and online, right? So we go research online and we go look at things and we go pick what we want and then we might go to the store, or we might go to Amazon and buy it and everything else. Is that people have to remember that atmospheric marketing is critical with your day-to-day branding now. So the experience that you're giving your audience, and this is key. So he talked about, hey, it's not just the building. It's also your customer service and how they treat people. It's also the warranties and how the warranties, even just looking at the warranty and how you buy it and how it's worded and everything else.
Absolutely.
Like, everything has to be consistent throughout the experience.
The temperature in the room. If it's too cold or too hot, they won't stay as long.
Absolutely. So he talked about, his definition was the effect to design buying environments to produce specific emotional effects in the buyer that enhance purchase profitability. Influencing the probability is the sensory quality of the space surrounding the purchase object, the buyer's perception of those sensory qualities, the effect of the perceived sensory qualities, and the impact of the buyer's state. So all of those different pieces. And well, when you're looking online, that's exactly what we're talking about, right? Is how do people perceive our brand online? And then what's the experience for them? And so this is where a lot of companies go bad, right?
Yep.
Is so you have this beautiful brochure site, demo, video, it's all branded perfectly.
Right.
And then you onboard them and it's a nightmare.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
Well, what did you just do? You destroyed your marketing. You absolutely,
all the initiative that you had, you completely deflated it.
Yeah.
But even beyond that, Doug, is the atmospherics. I like this concept because you also have the reputation concept that's surrounding you after or before you enter the website, right there.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that's exactly it. And so what companies are missing nowadays is, and I wrote, you can look at what is atmospheric marketing on the Marketing Tech Blog, marketingtechblog.com. That was for you, Chris.
I love it.
Your online brand, sales experience, onboarding, your platform, your account management, your billing, your reputation, all of these things are impacting your marketing. And you said it perfectly because as soon as someone we had a guy that we interviewed from SAP, awesome guy, and he was talking about the advent of personalization, and so you get a personalized experience when you go to a lot of sites now based on your purchase history, your browsing history, everything else.
Right.
He was saying that what personalization is really doing that everybody's missing is it's thwarting the consumer from having a bad experience that they talk about. So he's saying what happens is when you go search for a product and it's out of stock, you go complain online, right?
Yep.
Well, everybody says, well, how do you handle negative complaints online? How do you handle? And we all talk about that. How do you do it? People are talking bad about your brand online. And his thing is, why aren't you personalizing the experience beforehand?
Absolutely. So
that they never complain online.
You're diffusing it.
Yeah.
You're diffusing before it ever happens.
And so, wholesale, as you look at this big picture, is you really do have to think about everything from your. We had a client the other day. This is the second month in a row that he's complained to me because when he enters his credit card on our billing, we don't have a shipping address we don't have a billing address versus company address on our billing. So every time it rejects his credit card because there are different zip codes. Well, he is frustrated. This is the second time. And so I'm going back to the people that create our billing system, and I'm like, we have to get this fixed. And it's because that's his perspective of my company. It doesn't matter how much hard work we do, how much everything.
That's right.
It's every month he gets these nags that say, you haven't paid us yet.
And it makes him feel like he's not got enough credit on his thing, or he's out of money, or
exactly,
like that,
exactly. Yeah, your credit card was declined.
Wait
a minute, I paid that bill.
Oh, yeah, and how he is perceived by everybody. I mean, that small thing means so much.
Absolutely.
Based on the lens that somebody's looking at.
And he could quit over it.
Absolutely.
He could literally come back. If it happens a third time, he might say, you know what? I'm done with this.
Yep.
Enough.
Yep.
We're going to somebody else. And so I want to keep that. And it goes on par with, with
Absolutely.
what you guys are doing with Sparks is the experience, the atmosphere from front to back is consistent and it's perfect. That's what you need to do with your entire online presence, offline presence. You have to align those.
That was beautiful. I'm just going to thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Take a bow.
Amazing. All right.